3 is here for the SCSRA Frye Disposal ARCA Series, and they're at Texas Motor Speedway. 2 different winners in the first 2 races. Who joins them with a one-way ticket to the playoffs tonight? Or will we see our first repeat winner of Season 2? This is the Dev Sports Cards pre-race show. Hello and welcome to Royalty Racing Network. It's Joshua King back with you tonight and all season long. Let's take a quick look here at the race info for tonight. Another mile and a half on the schedule for this evening. That means we're going 110 laps and the stage will be at lap 30, just like last week in Sin City. And one fast repair as always. Pretty mild temperature here for Texas, 75 degrees Fahrenheit, 48% humidity. It is clear and 14 mile an hour winds. Track temperature is 102 degrees Fahrenheit right now. We may see that cool down as the evening progresses. That will create some loose race cars in the qualifying session, however, if it stays above that 100 degree Fahrenheit mark. And of course, we are just outside of Fort Worth, Texas. Let's go trackside now as we're going to take a look here at the quick time in the practice session. Still 14 minutes to go, but that's going to be the 44 of Matt Dickerson. Having a good season so far, is the reigning rookie of the year. He is in second place in the point standings currently. Still very early, but Matt is extremely excited with the way he's run the first couple races and feels good about Texas. Got his first ever league race win at Texas. We'll see if he can't find victory lane once again this evening. Hello, Alicia. How are you this evening? Tina, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Going to be a good show tonight. Let's keep on moving through. Here's the number 92 of Vince Brent, rocking the Old Smoky Moonshine Toyota Camry tonight. That's a new paint job for Vince Brent out of Kingsport, Tennessee. He currently sits 4th quick in the practice session. Here's Ian Davis in the BanditChippers.com number 69 Chevy Camaro. Same paint Ian's been running the last few weeks, first few weeks, I should say. Here's Ryan Gomes coming out on track in the Tammy Strong Cat Mustang. He's been rocking this paint for a couple seasons. I don't know if he works for Cat or if he's sponsored by them. Maybe we'll have to ask him sometime. I am good, Alicia. I'm pumped for this one. It's going to be a good one. I have 2 league wins in a different series here at Texas, so looking forward to a good race. Here's Victor Kress now in the Red Bull Oracle Chevy Camaro number 20. Currently 9th quick. Here's Michael Lepicki. He's already got himself locked into the playoffs. He won in the inaugural race of the season at Daytona. He's in the 46. He's racing the 99 right now. Kenneth Redinger in the Bojangles Chevy Camaro. Not racing, of course, but always good to get some practice laps in next to some guys, see how the car will react and how you need to respond. Here's Garrett Walden in the Exalta Chevy Camaro number 43 out of Hendersonville, North Carolina. A little tribute to Jeff Gordon, perhaps, maybe even Jimmy Johnson, I think. Ran a similar paint, maybe? Not quite sure. Here's the 36 of Devin Zimmerman. Tina's a big fan of this one. Zimmerman out of Roxborough, North Carolina. 2 Carolina boys here we just showed. And Devin serves in the military. Shout out to him and all our military folks and veterans, either watching from home or participating. Appreciate your service and everything you do. Now we're going to go here to AJ Evangelista out of Sarasota, Florida, in the Clean Air Show Chevy Camaro, and this is the number 5. Sharn Hill's in the 05, so don't get him confused. AJ is going to be our pre-race show interview this evening. So without any further ado, let's get with the 5-car of AJ Evangelista. AJ, Joshua up in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Good to talk to you, man. First time this season. Wanted to talk to you a bit about the first couple races. You put together some strong showings. You've been out front in both of them. Haven't managed to stay out of trouble, none of which has been your doing. You come in 16th in points, obviously very early on in the season. What do you got to do tonight in Texas to put it all together and get a top 10?
Really, just keep it clean. Try to avoid everybody else's mess. I know last week was kind of tough with that when, I thought I was clear of the 43 and I was sailing away and getting clipped by him there at the end. But, just really got to keep it clean today. Stay out of trouble early, execute pit stops well. Just need to put together a complete race.
Yeah, that's always a good strategy. Of course, easier said than done, as you know, as our viewers know, watching these first couple races, you can do everything right and then still get caught up in someone else's mess. I'm confident you can go out there and make things happen. We've seen you, even after the trouble, you've been able to maneuver through the field, get back up to the front. The 5 cars had speed the first couple races. A little bit different from the beginning of the season last season, where there were some struggles there. Talk to us about the strategy play, the courage, I lost my train of thought. The execution part of things.
You're good.
And the work that goes into it to be able to ultimately be improved from last season to this season.
There's definitely more confidence this season than there was last season.
That's the word I was thinking of. Thank you.
There's definitely more confidence there. Having that first full season under the belt kind of helps out with that. You know who you're running around. You know how you can race other people. Last year was just more so, getting established in it and, trying to stay out of people's ways that are way quicker than you. But now this year, it's like elevating to that next level. Go after that position in front of you, charge it. Don't just let them come to you, go after it.
Absolutely, yeah, and it shows out there for sure. The results will start paying off, AJ. Wanted to talk to you real quick. One more thing here. You come in this season with ultimately a new team, Beer Money Racing. You guys formed a team this season. You got some seasoned veterans over there. Vince Brent performing really well. Nearly won Rookie of the Year last season. Phil Ellis Jr., phenomenal driver as well. And then a couple newbies, Brandon Anderson, Ian Davis, new to the series this season. How are you guys meshing right now, 2 weeks in? How's that chemistry going?
For me, it's great. Brandon and Phil being personal friends of mine, and ever since I've started on this service, they've been kind of training me as the years have gone on. How to race certain tracks. So that aspect's been great. The addition of Vince, which we were on the same team last season. Vince is always a great person to have on your team. Really knowledgeable. And Ian definitely brings the relaxed fit this team needs. Yeah,
for sure. Both Ian and Vince, I spoke to Vince a little bit more, but they're both very low-key, calm guys. I've talked to Vince right after Rex, and just flat across the board, same emotion, whether he's winning stages or getting caught up, which is a good place to be. Control those emotions and help level out your team a little bit, because it can get a little wild and crazy at times. But Beer Money Racing comes in. A lot of big teams in here. Everyone really has a shot. The team points are very close thus far, once again, so early. But before we let you get back to work here, as we approach 5 minutes to go in the practice session, AJ, anyone you'd like to thank or shout out tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the friends and family who tune in every week. Thank you guys for the support. Shout out to my sponsor, the podcast that I host with Phil Ellis. Clean Air Show live every Sunday after the Cup race right now during the playoffs. We talk racing and all that. So if you're into race reviews and all that, tune in on Sundays, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter.
Right on, man. Maybe you could send a link in the chat here on the broadcast, get some people over to that page or what have you. I'm sure people would check it out.
Absolutely, will do.
Right on, man. AJ, always a pleasure to talk to you. Best of luck tonight. Maybe we'll be talking to you after the race.
Thank you, boys. Y'all have fun.
Once again, folks, that was the driver of the number 5 Clean Air Show Chevy Camaro, AJ Evangelista. Always good to talk to him. He's such a good guy, man. This whole league, this whole series, both Tuesday and Wednesday nights, just full of stand-up, good character guys, which is why Royalty Racing Network and Royalty Motorsports decide to call it their home on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Let's keep on moving through here. Here's Travis Bennett in the orange cream Coca-Cola machine, bringing it back. Not even going to try to pronounce where he's from, but it is Louisiana. I know that much. Pretty good even split here tonight so far between Fords and Chevys. The outlier, as always, going to be the Toyota Camry. Here's one guy rocking the Camry, and that's the 3 ride of Joe Irwin. Joe Irwin's a heck of a driver, folks. We need to get some sponsors on the 3 machine. He's got a lot of room on there. Now, that might be by choice, but none of these drivers would ever turn down a sponsorship, I promise. You're thinking, a sponsorship? It's iRacing. Well, let me explain to you just for a second how that works. Gives them the opportunity to get into some money races, some money leagues such as this one, and not have to come out of pocket. Gives them the opportunity to fund their hobby. iRacing is a pay-to-play service, not only subscription, but you also need every track, every car you may want to race or race, required to race in a series or league. And it has a lot of wear and tear on your equipment, all the way from your wheel and pedals to your button box and racing chair. So it can be a pricey deal, but it can be beneficial to sponsors as well. You hear it every Wednesday or every Tuesday night here. What we try to do for our sponsors. Let's keep on moving through the field. Already saw that guy. Here's the 26 of Josh Mueller out of Neenah, Wisconsin. And folks, it's Mueller time. Mueller gonna have to improve a little bit if he wants to keep it Mueller time here in Texas. 21st quick in the practice session as we now approach 2 minutes to go. Man, the pre-race show just flies by. The whole thing flies by when you're having a good time. Here's Kenneth Redinger out of Reading, Pennsylvania in another 99. It must be some sort of mix-up. No, Redinger, that's right. Same guy, different paint than what we saw earlier. That's interesting. Zaxby's Real Chicken Chevy Camaro. Here's Lauren Vincent in the Industrial Crating Incorporated 07. They call him Flipper. Hopefully we don't see any of his flips. Oh, look out, hold it together. Still even wobble. Call him Weeble Wobble after that one, huh? Here's Jay Stinson. He's in the 31 Frye Disposal Chevy Camaro. Frye Disposal returning as the title sponsor of the ARCA series for SCSRA for the 2nd season. Shout out to them. Check them out right now. www.frydisposal.com or give them a call at the number on your screen. They do weekly trash pickup in Smith County, Virginia, and the surrounding areas. You can email or call them for a quote. And if you mention this broadcast, they will save you $10 a month on your service. And Phil Ellis Jr. just posted the link to the Clean Air Show. And as much as I love all of your support, I ask now that all of you go show them some support, give them a like, give them a follow, a subscribe as it's called on YouTube. Check them out on Sundays. I'm going to check them out. I knew it was a podcast, but I guess it slipped my mind, or I never knew that it was hosted by folks right here competing in the SCSRA. So I'll be there Sunday. You can count on it. Here's Josh Hall in the Dev Sports Cards Tammy Strong, number 81, out of Chicopee, Massachusetts. He is the broadcaster for Intensity Broadcasting. Intensity has the Wednesday night show now for the SCSRA Cup Series. He's one of the broadcasters. I think he's still racing, in fact. It is time to go qualifying, as you saw the checkered flag wave on the practice session. First man out is going to be the 36 of Devin Zimmerman, ready to get after it. Here's Ian Davis coming out as well, as more guys take to the track that we haven't seen thus far this evening. We'll give you a look. Here's one right now. In the breast cancer awareness, number 83 Toyota Camry rather, it's Ryan Hufford. If you're new to the program, you'll see their miles per hour above the series sponsor box and their lap times for qualifying just to the right of that, above the Frye Disposal logo. Here's Chucky Balance in the 213 Simware Chevy Camaro. Haven't seen him yet this evening. Chase Greer just getting out from behind the fence. It's in the smacking number 40 Chevy Camaro. Let's go back here to the 36. Uh-oh, something happened to Zimmerman. He's down on the apron of the speedway. Must have tapped the wall. Didn't like what he turned in. First lap time, 29.925 by Ian Davis. Puts him currently at the top of the board. 3 qualifiers. Chucky Balance turned in a 30.023. Sharn Hill to the top of the board, 29.539 in the 05. First time we've seen him. Quickly beaten out by Joe Irwin, 29.421 on lap 1. Now a lot of time starting to come through. Travis Bennett goes 4th quick, 29.876, now 6th quick. Ryan Hufford, lap 2, 29.522, good enough for 2nd quick. Didn't get a lap time in lap 1, recovered on lap 2. Sharn Hill back to the top on lap 2, 29.362 for Sharn Hill. Devin Zimmerman now put in a lap, 29.554. Good for 5th, 6th quick. Now Travis Bennett up to 2nd quick after lap 2, 29.381. Chase Greer still out there, 29.522 on lap 2. Ryan Gomes, 7th quick. Justin Parham, 29.468. Everyone qualifying all at one time here. Here's the 54, Nicholas Walthorn in the Royalty Racing Network Chevy Camaro. He has yet to put in a time. One of many out there right now. Brandon Anderson is out there. Vince Brent. Victor Kress, 29.542, goes 9th quick on lap 2. Vince Brent, 29.554 on lap 1. A lot of guys not to put in a time in lap 1 for one reason or another. We'll watch Vince Brent take the checkered flag for lap 2, see if he improves. He's 13th quick. He improves, 29.327. New quick time for the 92 of Vince Brent. He'll jump to the top of the board here late in qualifying. Brandon Anderson just now crossing the stripe for lap 2, 29.440. He'll go 7th quick. Walthorn, 9th quick currently. Kenneth Redinger to 4th quick now. Matthew Fritz Second quick, 29.355 in the M&M Pet Sitting ride. Warren Keith is out there, 29.705. Keith, last week's winner in the Bass Pro Shops Tracker Ford Mustang. Garrett Walden, Matthew Fritz just finished up. Garrett Walden, Warren Keith, only two out there now. Warren Keith goes faster on lap 2, good enough for 8th quick, 29.428. Garrett Walden, 29.654, 20th quick for Walden. Patrick, welcome in. How's AJ doing? AJ qualified 18th quick. And if you just joined, you can either obviously rewind or watch it later, but we had a nice interview with AJ in the pre-race show. Always cool to talk to him. Let's get you your starting grid. The 92 of Vince Brent took the pole late. Matthew Fritz in the 67, he'll start second. Sean Hill in the 05 will start third. Kenneth Redinger in the 99 will roll off fourth. Travis Bennett in the 01 will start fifth. Joe Irwin in the 25 will roll off sixth. Michael Lepicki in the 46 will start 7th. Warren Keith in the 9 will start 8th. Brandon Anderson in the 49 will roll off 9th. Nicholas Walthorn will start 10th. Justin Parham will roll off 11th. Matt Dickerson will start 12th. 13th will be Ryan Hufford. Chase Greer will start 14th. Ryan Gomes will start 15th. Victor Kress in 16th. Devin Zimmerman will roll off 17th. AJ Evangelista in 18th. Jay Stinson in 19th. Rounding out your top 20 starters will be Garrett Walden. Josh Mueller in the 26 will start 21st. Chucky Balance will start 22nd. Lauren Vincent will roll off 23rd. 24th will be Ian Davis. On back now, one more row. Josh Hall in the 81 will start 25th. And rounding out your field will be the points leader currently, and that's the number 16 of Derek De Silva, starting 26th. Let's go down trackside now as they continue to grid and get ready to go. Welcome in Jackson Sharn Hill in the chat, getting ready to drive. Had a strong qualifying effort. Held the quick time for the longest time. Then Vince Brent and Matthew Fritz beat him out. Sharn Hill not going to be mad about starting third. I know that. Lisa, welcome in. Yeah, your boy had a real nice qualifying time. What is this camera? Taking a good look at some of the RVs on the premises here. Now they're pulling out on track. Matt Baines. Hello, sir. Yeah, let's go RMS. I'm with you. Not biased. Just kidding. Just a little. I show love to all my boys in here, though. 26 guys set to grid, although Matt Dickerson is making his way out late. Have to keep an eye on that. He's not going to like that. He'll have to start from the pits, I believe. Fortunately, though, you can get out, hopefully stay on the lead lap. One good thing about Dickerson doing that now is you kind of just focus in on tire saving, maintain your distance to stay out of trouble. Figure it out after. Easier said than done. Vince Brent brings us to green at Texas for the first time in the SCSRA ARCA Series. have trouble. Look out. That's the 99 of Kenneth Redinger already around. And what did I say, folks? Matt Dickerson, an absolute gift on lap 1. Didn't even need to worry about it. Looks like Joe Irwin may have been caught up. Let's take a look here as we go to the Royalty Racing Network instant replay awfully early. Not even a lap completed here. Looks like he was being bumped by Joe Irwin, and Joe just gets to his left quarter panel, turns him around. Heavy damage for Irwin as well as Redinger, and Lepicki also involved, and Redinger not going to be happy about that one. Looked to me like Redinger looking to go a little bit easier on the entry into the corner than Joe Irwin was, and just got caught up. Joe, it looked like, attempted to go to the inside. Michael Lepicki, Kenneth Redinger, meatball flags. And if you don't know what that means, folks, a meatball flag is a black flag with a orangish dot in the middle, and it basically just means you have too much damage. To stay out there, you got to come in and get required damage fixed. So both of those guys more than likely taking their fast repair here early. A couple other guys in. Michael Lepicki we saw involved. Irwin in as he was involved, not electing to take the fast repair, though, it appears. You see the damage on the rear of the number 3. Devin Zimmerman is in as well. Not sure what happened to Zimmerman. Hard to tell there. No damage, it would look like. Matt Dickerson rejoining the field. Now is not sure what happened with Dickerson. I'd have to believe something on the tech side of things. But he lucked out. Didn't have to worry about going a lap down or getting a lucky dog or any of that stuff. So Dickerson on back in there. He'll start 21st now with the pit stops. Joe Irwin electing not to take the fast repair. Devin Zimmerman on his way out would appear to be damage repairs as well. Didn't see him involved. Could have been later. Both approaching a minute pit times for Mr. Irwin and Zimmerman. Not the way they were hoping for their race to start at Texas. Although plenty fast enough are both of them to get back into the thick of things in a hurry. Joe, welcome in. Patrick, yeah, that's a tough one. You're right about that. Teresa, hello. Always new viewers. I love it. Caitlin, welcome in. How are all of you doing this evening? Caitlin, when are you and Vince expecting the birth of your first child? See, we're friends, man. These guys, these people, they're like friends, family to me, some of them. So thankful to have found the SCSRA, or rather, so thankful that they found me. But time to go back racing here as we're already our first restart of the day. Vince Brandt, Matthew Fritz leading us back to green once again. Vince got a phenomenal jump. Already out there, 3-4-10. Sharn Hill gonna get to the inside of Matthew Fritz now. Folks, that low line is going to be where you want to be long term should this thing get some long green flag runs. We'll start to see the difference dramatically between the guys that have had the opportunity to run low and people deciding to run high or having to due to the tires, I promise. We'll see the fall off. Here's Brandon Anderson in the Cheetos, number 49. Took a brief look at him during qualifying. He's up to 6th right now. Now he'll file in line right in front of the 54, Nicholas Walthorn. Peeks to the inside of the 19 of Justin Parham. That's where I was confused. Parham has the 99 on his car. For some reason, I knew he ran the Bojangles ride, but I was thinking that was Kenneth Redinger, and then I got all screwed up when I saw Redinger's car. Oh, we're back on it now. Here's Ryan Hufford in the 83, pressured by the number 40 of Chase Greer. It's going to let him go by. All single file right now, all the way through the field. As you can see here, we're taking a look at the tail end. Joe Irwin a little bit further back, probably due to the damage, just trying to salvage staying on the lead lap. Probably hoping for another quick caution. Just didn't want to use his fast repair on lap 2. Matthew Fritz has taken the lead from the 92 of Vince Brent. That happened in an awful hurry. They were all single file, then all of a sudden they weren't. Sharn Hill now looking to the outside of the 92 of Brent. Not gonna have enough there, and he'll pull back in line. Of course, he's got company now with Brandon Anderson trying to move up through the field. He's already up 6 spots into 3rd place now if he can close the deal here with Sharn Hill. Brandon Anderson making me hungry for a snack. Cheetos on the front, Chips Ahoy on the back. All close racing, just not a lot of moves being made as we take another look through the field briefly. Biggest mover right now, this guy, the number 69 of Ian Davis, he's up 7. Of course, a whole group of guys up 6. AJ Evangelista, he's up 6. Jay Stinson right behind him. Garrett Walden following those two. They're all up 6 spots on the night. Matt Dickerson up to 15th, showing down 3, but had to start from the pits if you're just joining us. Hey, thanks, Lisa. Ooh, that's exciting, Joe. I want pictures. March? All right. Got a while yet. For most, I'm sure it'll go fast. For you, probably not. Hopefully it will. Brandon Anderson having a little bit of trouble here. Not sure if he tapped the wall or not, but he's down now to 6th place. Just saw him moments ago fighting for 3rd. Warren Keith making a pass now on the inside of Chase Greer. Looked for a moment there like the 54 of Walthorn was going to look to the inside of Greer as well, but he shut it down. Greer kind of running that middle line. Walthorn temporarily that top line. 3 different lines here you can run, but like I said before, only one will be ideal for your tire savings. Ian Davis is going to be up 8 now. He's up to 16th. Josh Hall up 7 so far. He's running 18th. Most of those due to that lap 1 caution though. Vince Brent now over half a second gap to the leader, Matthew Fritz, that you see here on your screen. Warren Keith now looking to the inside of the 19/99 of Justin Parham. Not going to be there yet. I hear someone in the wall back behind them. Everyone looks all right. Must have just been a wall scrape. AJ Evangelista racing the 55 of Ryan Gomes. Now the 31 of Stinson going to look to the inside of Gomes as well. This would be for the 11th spot. Gomes holding on for now. Stinson just going to go back in line here. Had a good run. It is extremely hard to master tire saving because it takes a lot of patience. You saw there, Stinson had the opportunity to look to the inside, but if you're running the bottom line, it's not abnormal to lose a few positions right out the gate and start making that up as you go along. Ryan Gomes going to make a nice move on Evangelista, who's way up the speedway now, going to allow the 43 of Garrett Walden to get to his back bumper. He's up the racetrack again. Now, you can run the high line. You don't want to be all the way up the speedway. High line here ideally is going to be about midway, right about where Stinson is running that go around, although he comes off exit of 4 and goes into the wall, now taps the wall again. We'll have to see if that was significant enough for damage. He did lose a lot of ground. Justin Parham now side by side with the 54 of Nicholas Walthorn. 54 a little bit loose now. Parham looks like got tight. You see now lap 21. Guys are starting to get tight and find that outside wall when they're running the high line out of 4. You really gotta let the car rotate on entry and hold that bottom line right up against that white line on the bottom of the speedway, just like Parham's doing right now. Then you slowly get into the gas right there. Once you know you have the exit made. And Vince Brand all of a sudden has closed the gap to the leader to 2/10. Sharn Hill right behind them. This was nearly 3/10 of a, or 3/4 of a second just a few laps ago. And folks, Vince has been running that bottom line pretty consistently. He's going to make me a liar now. Running that middle to top. As you get later in a stage, though, if you've done well at tire saving, that's where you can really afford to go to the top late in a stage or a race. Still pressuring these top 3, running away with it right now. Now Matthew Fritz way up the speedway. Vince Brent gonna take advantage. He'll go back to the point. Your pole sitter has reclaimed the lead for now as we approach 5 to go in the stage. He got a stage win last week and got gypped out of an interview due to absolute chaos at the end of the stage. Looking to go back-to-back stages at the 1.5 miles here to start the season. Matthew Fritz, though, not giving up as they're Goodyear to Goodyear. out of the corner here. Down the front stretch they come. They both keep it out of the wall. Fritz, a really nice run there on the outside. Back to the lead goes the 67. Now Brent gonna take the top side here. Sharn Hill waiting to pounce on either one of them. Check in on your biggest mover now. It's going to be Chase Greer. He's up to 6th. Looking for 5th on Travis Bennett. He's going to get that move done fairly easily. 54, Walthorn looking to follow him through. Now Walthorn going to keep it to the inside. Don't think he's going to have enough to get there. That run as you exit, you got to really go up towards the wall. Late in the run, look out, 54's loose in front of Bennett. Ultimately saves it. Wow, what a miraculous save by the 54. And great awareness by Travis Bennett. To merely just give him a bumper kiss. That could have been a lot worse for both of them. Back to the battle for the stage win here. Vince Brent still trying to work on the 67 of Matthew Fritz. Sharn Hill has faded just slightly. Half a second there for Sharn Hill to the lead. Check back, of course. This looked like it was going to be a side-by-side battle. It's not. Kenneth Redinger back here battling Zimmerman. This is for the 14th spot. The checkered flag for the stage will wave this time around. Does Vince Brent have anything left to give Matthew Fritz one more challenge out of turn 4? He doesn't have enough. Matthew Fritz will win the stage. Our first clean stage finish of season 2 here in the Frye Disposal ARCA series. It was entertaining and exciting. It looked like Vince Brent was going to get it done. Couple laps later, Matt took it back. They'll catch the pace car here, and we'll let them do their thing for pit stops. We'll be back for a stage winner interview. With the 67 of Matthew Fritz. Haven't had a chance to talk to him much yet this season. Looks very fast tonight. I think Vince Brent finished in 2nd place. It should be Matthew Fritz, Vince Brent, Sharn Hill, Warren Keith, Chase Greer, Nicholas Walthorn, Travis Bennett, Justin Parham, Brandon Anderson, and Ryan Gomes, your top 10 for the stage points. Jesse, yeah, that was amazing. Only one caution thus far, and it fell on lap 1. We didn't even make it a lap. Then everyone settled down, put it together for a really nice show for 26 green flag laps by the time we got going. See how this view looks. We'll watch the race off pit road here, folks. See if anybody beats off the 67 of Matthew Fritz off pit road. Here they come, here they come. Sharn Hill wins the race off pit road. Let's get now with your stage winner, though, Matthew Fritz. Gotta find him. There he is. Matthew, Joshua up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Right on, man. Came out first and only stage here at Texas. You put on an absolute show. What was the strategy there, knowing it was a 30-lap dash to the stage?
Well, I was just trying to, I need points. I've been wrecking a lot, and, yeah, I just try to, it's very loose, and, so I was trying to move up and down, and, I like the top side, 3 and 4, and it felt good, and I can't believe I just took off, and then, but I had a great battle with Vince. That was fun. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was some awesome racing. We were enjoying it. The back and forth there late in the stage. You claimed some stage points, much needed for that 67 team early on in the season. What do you got to do now the rest of the way to really put it together and bring home a top 5 tonight?
You know, strategy's going to come into play, and Warren Keith is back up here, so he's really fast. You know, just keep it clean and just try for a top 5. Honestly, that's all I want.
Right on, man. Well, I know it's a quick one. It always is during a stage break, but maybe we'll be talking to you after the race. We'll let you focus in and get ready to go back green here.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Once again, folks, that was your stage winner, the number 67 of Matthew Fritz. First stage win of the season. Warren Keith and Sharn Hill will bring us back to green here as both of them managed to beat out Fritz on pit road. Sharn Hill, chance for a bonus point, leading a lap here. Warren Keith up 7 spots on the evening, started 8th. And we're back underway. Here's the only stage now has concluded. And hopefully we'll see a lot of green flag racing here, see some green flag pit stops. Long way to go before that happens. Sharn Hill, pretty nice jump there on Warren Keith. Is now Keith elects to go to the high side. 92 of Vince Brandt going to get by. Sharn Hill will take the lead, nearly 3 wide behind him here. Travis Bennett up against the wall. Looking for room, the 99 of Parham as it shows on your screen. Technically the 19, gonna look to the inside of the 01 of Travis Bennett. Hopefully Bennett doesn't have any severe damage there. Looks like he's okay. Just a matter of regaining the momentum. Now he's looking to the outside here on Warren Keith. He will get that pass completed. He now goes to 3rd. Good racing just a little bit further back here. Whole group nearly 3 wide with these guys as well. Ryan Gomes, Brandon Anderson on the outside. Gomes backs out just a little bit. Gonna leave Greer and Anderson side by side here. They both make it off turn 4 clean. Anderson, very nice run on that top side. Greer battling back on the inside. Walthorn now looking to stick his nose in there. He sees a wide gap between the two. Doesn't make a move just yet. Keep an eye on that 54 Walthorn. Anderson clears Greer. Right on that back bumper of the 9. Walthorn side by side now with Ryan Gomes in that 55. 99 and Kenneth Redinger looking to get back up there. Early trouble for Redinger involved in that lap 1 incident. Battling back nicely, he finds himself in 11th currently, down 7 on the evening. Already used his fast repair. Redinger will have to keep her out of trouble the rest of the way. 40 laps in of 110. They still battle here for 9th. Walthorn now will prevail on Ryan Gomes. Go back to the low line. Walthorn's teammate Ryan Hufford there in that bright pink breast cancer awareness Toyota Camry. Looking to the inside of the 99 of Kenneth Redinger now. Drives it in hard there. Very nicely done. Hufford going to clear the 99. Redinger, perhaps a crossover, not going to have enough. He'll settle back in line. Sharn Hill still leading. 3/10 the lead to Vince Brent, who's got company all over him. Justin Parham found the wall, got a little bit loose, wrangled it back in. Matthew Fritz still sitting top 5, content to be running there right now, I have to believe. No more guaranteed cautions. Tire saving, fuel conservation, perhaps paramount as we go down the stretch late in the going. A long time from now, of course. Now Devin Zimmerman looking to make his way on back up. He was also apparently involved in that first lap incident. Didn't see him involved, but he did pit. Lengthy pit stop. He's up 4 on the evening now. Got that 36 up into 13th. Justin Parham has since taken over 3rd place from the 01 of Travis Bennett. Matthew Fritz now closing in on Bennett. Got to believe if he has the opportunity to go to the inside, he'll take it. If not, he'll probably just be content. Might have a run here on the 01 of Travis Bennett. He does. They're side by side heading into turn 1 now. Matthew Fritz will clear for 4th. Travis Bennett may have scraped the wall, maybe has a little bit of damage. Not quite sure, but we'll keep a good close eye on that orange cream Coca-Cola Ford Mustang. Josh Mueller now trying to work on the 44 of Matt Dickerson. Dickerson now up to 14th, just 2 spots back on the night. What we assume was technical difficulties had him starting from the pits. Lucked out with that lap 1 caution. Been battling back all night long now. Vince Brent now being pressured by that 99 of Justin Parham on the outside. Vince hanging tough on that inside lane. He's been committed there the majority of the race, with the exception of one last-ditch effort to catch Matthew Fritz for the stage win. We've seen that 92 Toyota Camry on the bottom side. Vince Brent, my favorite paint job this evening. The Old Smoky Moonshine paint there. Looking good. They still side by side here. This is 3 or 4 laps for this position. Like I say though, Vince able to do a lot more tire saving from that bottom side than the 99, and I keep mentioning it. I know it sounds repetitive, but it is extremely important here. It's important at every track. But a track like this with multiple lines, it's easy to want to ramp up and go high where you can make some passes quick and get good runs and all that. Doesn't last long, as now Matthew Fritz looking to the inside of Vince Brent. Vince had a little bit of a slip up. Not going to be enough. Vince looking back to the inside of that 99. Not going to be there now, though. 99 was able to clear. Matthew Fritz right on that back bumper, followed by Brandon Anderson. Warren Keith, Ryan Gomes back here, 7th and 8th. Redinger's worked his way into the top 10 as he just moments ago got past the 83 of Ryan Hufford. Ryan Hufford, Nicholas Walthorn, side by side once again. Not side by side, but you know what I mean, position-wise, right next to each other. That's an every race storyline in itself. Their teammates, however. There's Lauren Vincent and Chucky Balance. Haven't talked much about them. They're both on the lead lap. The 07 of Vincent trying to hold on to 18th over Balance, and he will for now. Lauren Vincent, Chucky Balance, look out, Vincent's loose, hold on to it. Kept it out of the wall. Chucky Balance got loose as well. As now the 43 of Garrett Walden gonna gobble them up due to them losing the momentum. Vincent way up against that wall. Vincent and Balance. Oh no, AJ Evangelista's into the infield. Hard contact to the outside wall, and man, we've seen so many amazing saves tonight already. We're on lap 54. Well, Walden did indeed get that pass completed on Lauren Vincent. We're under caution here. Kenneth Redinger has spun. Let's take a look at it on the Royalty Racing Network instant replay. Only our second caution tonight. Redinger up on that high side. Zimmerman, ooh, neck code, or Redinger just got loose. Chase Greer, nowhere to go, unfortunately. Good job by Redinger just to lock it up and get down to the inside off the racing surface. A lot of allowing guys behind him, all those guys you see passing now, to get by safely. I fully expect a full field pit stop here, as we've run just as many green flag laps in that run as we did in the first one due to that first lap caution. This is our second caution due to incident, our third one on the evening, factoring in the stage. We're going to step aside for a brief commercial break to hear from our sponsors. Stay with us, plenty more racing to go. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. The lights on the iRacing.com pace car have been turned off, which means we're getting ready to go back to green here. A couple guys got the wave around there. Joe Irwin, Ian Davis, some pit stop strategies already developing. Matthew Fritz, Ryan Hufford, about 8-second pit stops. That could mean 2 tires and fuel or just fuel only. Sharn Hill, it would appear to have taken a full pit stop. Nicholas Walthorn also in the 8-second range. He moves up to 4th after that pit stop, and then everyone else took full pit stops. So we'll see how that plays for Matthew Fritz, Ryan Hufford, and Nicholas Walthorn. Got him sitting in a really nice position right now. Might be banking on another caution perhaps in 20 to 30 laps. Matthew Fritz, Ryan Hufford bringing us back to green for the 4th time tonight. And he's on the loud pedal as he reclaims his first position now on the restart. Good jump for Matthew Fritz. Ryan Hufford, not such a good jump. That's going to allow Sharn Hill to go right by him. That 92 of Vince Brent will settle into 3rd, and Nicholas Walthorn trapped in the middle of 3 wide now is Justin Parham on the outside and Brandon Anderson on the inside. Walthorn looked like he backed out of it. I don't blame him. So early in the race to get caught up in tight quarters like that. Walthorn, little bit loose there. Going to allow the 9 of Warren Keith to get to the back bumper. Travis Bennett, Devin Zimmerman, side by side, right behind these guys. Sharn Hill quickly took the lead back from Matthew Fritz now. These lead changes happen so fast when it seems unlikely that it's going to happen that fast. Give you the split screen there on the timing tower, so you can see where everyone is. Everyone on the lead lap except Ian Davis and Joe Irwin, both fighting for the lucky dog position. Ian Davis would take it right now, should it come out at this very moment. Vince Brent now going to 2nd place. Oh, look out, Parham getting rubbed by Brandon Anderson. He's able to keep it out of the wall and save it all together. Another phenomenal save there, as now they're all single file and a huge gap back to these guys. Warren Keith kind of in no man's land, but Devin Zimmerman leads the much bigger pack at this moment. Matt Dickerson has found himself in the top 10 after pit stops and recovery early on. Fortunately for Dickerson, not due to an issue, so he's doing just fine. Ryan Gomes now side by side with Nicholas Walthorn. Travis Bennett trying to maneuver around Walthorn perhaps. I don't know what's wrong with the 54 of Walthorn. He restarted way up front in the field. I think it was like 6th or 8th. And he's dropped like he's got a parachute hooked up to the 54. He's back in 14th. Travis Bennett now looking to the inside as he's way up the speedway as the 54. Bennett's going to have an opportunity. Nicholas Walthorn still falling back. Josh Mueller, Chucky Balance now right there on the back bumper. Mueller going to look to the inside. Mueller's up 6 right now, looking to make it 7. Oh, as he gets tight just a little bit, able to keep it off of him. AJ Evangelista, good recovery so far. He's got it up to 12th now. He did take a full pit stop. He's battling the 99 of Kenneth Redinger at the moment. He does solidify that 12th place position for now. Brandon Anderson looking to the inside of the 19/99 of Justin Parham. This for that 3rd spot. These guys have just broken away from the rest of the field. Sharn Hill, for the moment, just checked out. Over a second lead on Vince Brandt and increasing that lead. Brandon Anderson not able to complete the pass for 3rd. He'll fall back behind Parham now. Matt Dickerson, Ryan Gomes, same old story. They've been side by side since the restart, I feel like. This the battle for 9th. They have Michael Lepicki right in front of them now as Gomes way up the speedway, going to give that 9th spot to Dickerson for now, but he has traffic in front of him of Lepicki. Gomes with a really nice runoff exit there, going to get right back to that rear quarter panel of Dickerson temporarily. Michael Lepicki having himself a really nice, consistent night, right where he started in 7th place. Matthew Fritz a little wild there. Fritz back to 9th. Keep in mind, folks, Matthew Fritz was one of those guys to not take a full pit stop to get 4 tires. How's it resulted? The 67 on your screen is 11th now. He was in the lead. Nicholas Walthorn in 19th. His teammate Brian Hufford, the other guy of those 3 to go with that strategy, back in 20th. With pressure by Lauren Vincent now. The 69 of Ian Davis doesn't factor for position, but he's trying to battle for the lucky dog should there be another caution. It would go to Joe Irwin right there with the 3. If it was to come out now anyway. Check on our leader. Now nearly a 1.5-second gap. Go back to Gomes and Dickerson. Man, this is the battle to watch on the speedway right now. Still battling for 9th. What a show these guys are putting on. Just when you think Dickerson has completed the pass, Gomes comes back at him. Now Gomes looking to the inside of Dickerson, just like I said. Neither one of these guys looking to just give it up here. Dickerson gonna allow Stinson to go by, it looks like now. Something happened with Gomes, maybe he got extremely loose there. Now the battle turns into Dickerson and Stinson. Stinson, your biggest mover, no, scratch that. Biggest mover is this guy, the 36 of Devin Zimmerman. He's up 11, currently sitting 6th. Jay Stinson, though, in that 31, he's up to 9th. Now as Dickerson fought off both of them, now he's in 8th. All single file now, trying to look for a battle on the racetrack for you. Justin Parham and Warren Keith, your closest battle right now. Warren Keith now going to look to the inside of Parham. See what kind of run the Bojangles ride gets off exit. Gonna be not quite enough. Warren Keith's still there. Let's take this opportunity as they battle here to take a ride with the number 9 of Warren Keith. See exactly how he's wheeling that Tracker Boats Ford Mustang around Texas. You can hear just how much he gets off the throttle and for how long as he goes into 1 and 2. He's in the throttle a little bit longer into 3 and a lot quicker, but you can see there exactly what I mentioned. You got to let that car rotate as we see the 9 on cue scrape that wall. Got to make sure that car rotates, and what I mean by that, I'll try to paint the picture for you. You have to feel that not only in your wheel, but what you're looking to see is the nose of that car pointing down towards that line. And as soon as you can feel comfortable with what you see and what you feel in your hands, and even sometimes your feet, if you have those type of pedals, then you can get back on throttle comfortably. We're going to take the opportunity now to ride along with our leader, Sharon Hill, in the 05, see how he's doing it. He's coming into 4 here. We'll take a lap along with the 05. Similar off-throttle time there for Sharon Hill. Turning the wheel a lot more than I expected into 1 and 2. You saw the wheel there kind of get loose a little bit. That means you're driving it off the right rear. That's what you want to do. That's the ideal situation for saving tires. And obviously Sharon doing a great job of it right now. But one guy who might be doing a better job at it is the 92 of Vince Brent. This gap was once a second and a half. It's now under a second as Vince Brent attempts to chase down Sharon Hill now, as we're right about that point where we've seen 2 cautions that have caused pit stops for the whole field. I'm not hoping for a caution. I'm referencing it due to the fact that these guys are now starting to get close to uncharted territory. Devin Zimmerman now looking to the inside of Justin Parham. This would be for the 4th spot. Chat, you guys all still with me out there? It's been quiet. Zimmerman still not able to close. In fact, that 99 of Parham going to get a really nice run there on exit. It's a little bit jumpy and loose there. 36 going to move out just barely in front. Still not completely clear. He does have the 44 Dickerson behind him though. That'll help give him just a little bit of a boost on the straightaway. Dickerson looks to the inside, however. Not gonna be enough, but Zimmerman does clear for that 4th spot. Matt Dickerson up into 5th. Sharn Hill, our first taker on pit road. Saw him lock up the brakes a little bit. Hopefully he got it down there below the threshold so he didn't get a speeding penalty. We'll have to see his pit time. That turns the lead over to Vince Brent now. Joe, you're still with me. I like it. 26 viewers waiting on green flag pit stop. Sharn Hill, Ryan Hufford, Nicholas Walthorn all in. Strategy did not pay off for Ryan Hufford and Nicholas Walthorn. Jay Stinson just crashed and he jumped to pit road. Oh no! Caution is out. I missed it. I was looking at my timing tower, my production screen, if you will. Oh my goodness, and Sharn Hill again. Not in a good spot when he decides to pit. I mean, nothing he can do. He did what he had to do. Fortunately for Sharn, he will be the lead car, the first car a lap down. So I think with everyone else still needing to pit, it's going to work out all right for Sharn Hill, Nicholas Walthorn, Chucky Balance. It doesn't work out at all for guys like Ian Davis and Joe Irwin, who we're hoping to be the lucky dog recipient. Seeing how pit stops cycle out here. Vince Brent keeps the lead. Man, Sharn Hill just can't catch a break. He went from leading the race handedly, I might add, to now he's gonna be in 19th. Jay Stinson, I don't know what happened to him. Let's go back and take a look at it as they reset the field here. He just jumped to pits. I knew it was drastic. I think that was the caution. Here's Stinson there in the 31. All good right here. Oh, he just loses it. Oh, and head on into the wall. And that's a result, folks, of what I was mentioning. Ooh, man, a couple guys barely squeezing by Stinson. Gosh, tough break for Stinson. That's what I was talking about, where it comes to those green flag runs when you haven't had one yet, longer than the stage. It's uncharted territory, and you don't know how your tires are going to react. You don't know how the car is going to react. Start getting in some dirty air, or situations where just like that, the car just breaks loose out from under you as the tires begin to wear. And happens in the blink of an eye, unfortunately. Warren Keith, Vince Brent to bring us back to green. No more pit stops unless we go into overtime, folks. 22 to go as we cross the stripe here. It's happening in a hurry. Vince Brent pedal to the metal, and he'll take off in front of Matt Dickerson and Warren Keith. Matt Dickerson seems to have taken over second. He does. He's up 10 spots on the night. Thus far, whoa. That was weird. That was on my side. Hopefully just a little spike. Travis Bennett running 5th right now, working on Justin Parham. Parham, oh, and he turns the 9. It looks like, keep it together. Warren Keith saves it somehow. Think Parham had the inside corner there, and Warren Keith just didn't know, or didn't think he did. But he'll save it. He's 3 wide right now with Matthew Fritz and the 99 of Redinger. He'll be storming up through the field. You can bet on that. Sharon Hill, another one that wants to storm up through the field after leading and quote unquote getting screwed by that caution. Currently sitting 16th. It's definitely not anywhere where that car belongs or that driver. Matt Dickerson has taken the lead now temporarily from the 92 of Vince Brandt, and they're still by side here. Good strong run off corner exit by the 92 of Brent on the inside. Dickerson running that middle line. He gets a good run off. They have company behind them. Justin Parham, Brandon Anderson side by side for the 3 spot. Both of them waiting for a potential chance to capitalize as well. Parham nearly pushing Vince Brent down the backstretch now. Is now Anderson gonna peek his nose in underneath the 99 temporarily. To no avail though. Chase Greer side by side with the 26 of Josh Mueller. Mueller trying to work that inside lane. Matthew Fritz now in 10th. Trying to work his way back up after electing to go with a pit strategy that didn't pan out. AJ Evangelista is on the inside of Ryan Gomes. AJ up 10 spots right now. Second to only Matt Dickerson, your biggest mover and leader currently. AJ's got that number 5 running in 9th right now. Keep an eye on the 05, Sean Hill storming his way back. 15 to go now as he's 3 wide with Josh Hall and Josh Mueller. Just trying to navigate how to get around, and now Mueller gonna go sideways here as it looked like he came across the nose. Gonna bring out our 5th caution. Let's take a look at it here. See if we can't see exactly what happened. There's the 26. Let's slow it down. 26 and 05 right here, all good. And looks like the 26 was loose, but also Sean Hill comes up the racetrack just a little bit. And I think maybe just helped the 26 around. Tries to save it from going into the inside wall. Spins around. Look at Josh Hall. No contact for the 81 of Hall. Holy smokes. 26 of Mueller hard contact into the outside wall after trying to save it from going to the inside wall. But man, Josh Hall lucked out there. Whew. See what we get now as far as pit stops go, and Chase Greer, Matthew Fritz, Josh Hall, Josh Mueller in, and Travis Bennett. This could be for fuel, with the thought process of maybe a green-white checker. Actually, it looks like it's for tires. 14, 15-second pit stops for all those guys. So interesting deal. Sharn Hill, no one happier to see that caution. Well, maybe Victor Kress. He'll get back on the lead lap. He's running in 21st is Victor as he comes down pit road there. I believe he'll be your lucky dog recipient. Didn't see anyone pass the field, but we were looking at the wreck potentially. Top 10 looks like this: Matt Dickerson, Vince Brandt, Warren Keith, Michael Lepicki, Justin Parham, rounding out your top 5. Devin Zimmerman, Brandon Anderson, Ryan Gomes, AJ Evangelista, and Sharn Hill rounding out your top 10. On back, we got Garrett Walden in 11th, Lauren Vincent in 12th, Kenneth Redinger in 13th, Derek DeSilva 14th, Chucky Balance 15th, Josh Mueller 16th, Travis Bennett 17th, Matthew Fritz 18th, Chase Greer 19th, 20th is Josh Hall, Victor Kress 21st, and he did indeed get the lucky dog. Guys not on the lead lap: Nicholas Walthorn in 22nd, Ryan Hufford in 23rd, Ian Davis 24th, Jay Stinson 25th, Joe Irwin 26th. Stinson Irwin not on the speedway. Ian Davis, your last guy. Oh, Ian Davis not out there either. Maybe deciding to call it an evening after that second to last caution took any opportunity of him getting a lucky dog without a whole mess of cautions here late in the going. As of right this second, Nicholas Walthorn, Ryan Hufford would be one of those two, would be your lucky dog recipient. I know Alicia's hoping for Walthorn to get that. Matt Dickerson is back on it, and we're back under green here with 11 to go. Warren Keith, Matt Dickerson, first and second here, looking to go back to back. First and second place finishes. Whole group of cars right here. Michael Lepicki got himself up in the 4th spot. He was your winner at Daytona. Brandon Anderson right in front of Devin Zimmerman and AJ Evangelistas. We're now 10 to go. Looked like Justin Parham got loose there. That's going to allow Sharn Hill to get by him, among others perhaps. Parham dropping quickly is now they're nearly 3 wide, 4 wide. Lauren Vincent finds himself in the middle here. Parham looks to have regrouped and regained the momentum. Redinger hard into the wall now. Lauren Vincent takes over 15th for now. Back up front, Devin Zimmerman looking to the inside of Brandon Anderson. This for your 4th and 5th position here. AJ Evangelista lurks. Matt Dickerson must have had an issue. He's not in the lead. Warren Keith takes over the lead now. Not sure what happened to Dickerson. He looks all right now. Have to see if he makes a late surge. Zimmerman and Anderson still side by side. AJ Evangelista waiting for one of them to give him an opportunity to get by. Just nowhere to go, not wanting to go that extreme high line. Rightfully so. You either get into the wall after doing so or lose so much ground that the run on exit just doesn't matter. Ah, yes. Thank you, Joe. There's your screen split. I'm sorry. It clears out the split screen when a flag drops. So it happens every caution, and then I gotta recheck the box. It's designed that way. I'm not complaining, but just letting you know what's been happening there, why that changes. Zimmerman and Anderson still battling. 5 laps to go now. Warren Keith has a 0.2, 0.3 of a second lead on Vince Brent. One of those guys and many others looking to punch their ticket to the playoffs. All stacked up back here now. Devin Zimmerman lost the battle to Brandon Anderson. Anderson in the 49 now takes over 4th. Matt Dickerson looking to come back here late after issues. Right after that restart, it would appear. Didn't see anything. Trying to work on the 67 of Matthew Fritz, who's rebounded nicely after the gamble with the caution. Oh, and look who's side by side again. Brandon Anderson, Devin Zimmerman. Zimmerman back at it here, looking for 4th. We're 2 to go now. Warren Keith has expanded the lead on Vince Brent. Meanwhile, they still try to settle everything here for the top 5 as Keith takes us to the white flag. They're 3 wide for 4th place. Zimmerman up the middle, driving it in hard. Matthew Fritz on the bottom side. Looks like he's gonna close it off for now. Dickerson able to take advantage. He'll get to 6th. Warren Keith out of turn 4, claims victory at Texas. Debuting the Bass Pro Shops Ford Mustang, and he comes through victorious tonight. Didn't lead many laps, but he led the one that mattered. And he'll take the number 9 into victory lane. The second Royalty Motorsports driver to lock into the playoffs in only 3 weeks. Last week he finished 2nd to Matt Dickerson. This time he gets the win. Let's show you the race results. Warren Keith gets the win. Vince Brent will finish 2nd. He was up front all night long. Very nice points night for Vince. Michael Lepicki will finish third in another strong showing from him after his win at Daytona. Matthew Fritz recovers after a gamble on pit road to finish fourth. Devin Zimmerman will finish fifth. Matt Dickerson in sixth. Brandon Anderson in seventh. Chase Greer in eighth. Ryan Gomes in ninth. Sharn Hill, after bad luck strikes again for Sharn, will round out your top 10 after a great comeback. Travis Bennett will finish 11th. Lauren Vincent had a struggle of a night, but puts it together late and finishes 12th. Garrett Walden will finish in 13th. AJ Evangelista, we saw him up front the majority of the night, faded late, but he had a quality finish of 14th. Kenneth Redinger will finish 15th. Josh Mueller will finish 16th. In 17th was Josh Hall. Derek Da Silva, your points leader, will finish 18th, and that may shake things up a bit after this week. Victor Kress rallied to finish 19th. Chucky Balance will finish 20th. Justin Parham in 21st. Nicholas Walthorn in 22nd. Ryan Hufford, 23rd. 24th was Ian Davis. Jay Stinson was 25th. And Joe Irwin finished in 26th. That is your race results, folks. We're going to step aside for a commercial break here briefly. Stay with us, though. The post-race show is still to come. Interviews with your top 3 finishers will be involved. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. We just saw a heck of a finish and a heck of a race to go with it all night long. A lot of exciting racing here at Texas. And now it's time for the post-race show. We're going to get right into the interviews here. And first, we have our third place finisher. That's the number 46 of Michael Lepicki. Michael, welcome to the broadcast booth for the second time in 3 weeks. Tell us how you were feeling tonight about the car. You finished up 4 spots on the night. Pretty good night overall.
Yeah, I started out quali 7, got caught up in that first wreck, and then I just cruised till the stage, and then I was just trying to survive, and there's a bottle up, and I passed a bunch of cars, and you know, ended up okay. So happy with it, considering where I was at one point. I think I was like 25th at one point, so not bad.
Yeah, absolutely. Some different strategies kind of played out there with pit stops and things like that. But you put it all together. At one point, we showed you super late in the race, and you were running right where you started. It was like, hey, that's plenty good enough night. When you start seventh, not too bad for sure. Michael, you got the win there at Daytona. That's obviously a big one. Lock into the playoffs right off the bat. You followed it up though, and now another podium to add to the list for the season. How you feeling this season so far in comparison to last season, and how things went for you there?
A lot better. I'm really enjoying this car. The ARC is a handful car. It actually is a handful when you're driving it, especially a place like this. So enjoying it. It's definitely feeling good. I want to get a win somewhere else besides a big track and really make a statement with that. So
Well, you're doing a good job, man. You'll have opportunity to do it all the way through the season. Plenty of races to go. Before we let you go, Michael, anyone you'd like to thank or shout out?
yeah, just tank racing guys. We couldn't do it without them every week, talking strategy. The laughs and the fun. So really like to thank them.
Right on, man. I'm sure they're pumped. Another strong finish for the team and for you specifically. Keep up the good work, and I have no doubt we'll be talking to you again.
All right, take care, man.
Yes, sir. You as well. Once again, folks, that was your third place finisher, the number 46 of Walt Lepicki. Now, going to find Vince Brent and talk with him here. Your second place finisher on the night, the number 92 of Vince Brent. Welcome
Hello.
to the broadcast booth, sir. It's starting to become a pretty common thing that I talk to you on a weekly basis, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Started.
I make sure I try to finish I try to make sure I finish good just so I can talk to you, man.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. I look forward to it. Started on pole tonight, so automatically some bonus points coming your way there, and then had an absolute show put on racing with Matthew Fritz there down the stretch for the stage. Tell us overall how you feel. I know you probably would have liked to be the first place finisher tonight, but overall amazing race for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. The whole night was just really solid and consistent for me. I can't be mad about it. But the competitor in me is pretty bummed. The second place kind of hurts just with how fast I was. I feel like sometimes I was maybe too conservative, and then the other times when I thought, okay, I'm holding back too much, and I started pushing, it was I don't know. This was a tough track. I'm wore out, man. I've not broke a sweat like that in a while. But all in all, good night. Great points. Started on pole. No incidents. So got some good bonus points. And yeah, still bummed.
Yeah, man, that happens. You run such a great race, and talk us through now. We took an onboard at some point with Sharn, who at one point had about a second and a half lead on you, and then we saw that dwindle to under a second just before he pitted. Then, of course, the caution comes out, wraps him up in some bad luck once again. But explain to the viewers at home kind of how you were tire saving, the line ideally that you wanted to run. We saw you there on the bottom all night long. Just walk us through the strategy and the tire saving aspect of things with this ARCA car.
Yeah, first off, I just want to shout out Sean. He had a super great run going, and I hate that he got caught up at just a terrible pit strategy there. Not a bad pit strategy, but just a bad circumstance with the yellow coming out. So shout out to him. I hate it for him, but you know, I, I always try to take it a little easy, but kind of keep track position. So I've noticed my tires last a little bit better around the bottom. I'm not very good at saving tires up top. I know some guys are very good at that, and that's just not one of my strong points. So the whole night I was just trying to wrap the bottom, and then I know in that first run in the first stage I wrapped it maybe too good that the right rear was wearing more than I wanted to, that I couldn't get the exits that I wanted. So I tried to change my entry a little bit to where I put a little bit more pressure on the right front on exits to kind of balance the right sides out, because once that right rear kicks out, you just can't get into the gas that you would like to. Um, so if I could have had just the second stage started, and I had the right front kind of balanced out with it, I could throttle down a little bit more on exits, and I think that's ultimately where I was catching Sharn before he pitted. Was just I noticed his rear end was kicking out just a tad more, and I knew he wasn't be able to get onto the throttle like he needed to. So I feel like that's where my strong point was in the second stage. But the first stage, Fritz just ran an amazing stage.
Well, it was an amazing race to watch from beginning to end, and the first lap caution probably made all the viewers and all the racers on top of that a little bit nervous. Got really cleaned up from there, and just a few sparse incidents that impacted some pretty serious strategy and finishing positions. But Vince, you managed to keep it up front all night long, and everything was working for you. I know you want to win one. You will for sure sooner than later, but has to feel good about second place. Before we let you go celebrate another quality finish, Vince, anyone you'd like to thank or shout out tonight?
Yeah, I know my wife's watching, so I want to give her a shout out for always all the support. Love her and appreciate all the support from her. I want to thank Royalty Racing Network for putting on the great show. You guys do amazing. Fry Disposal for sponsoring the league. Appreciate all they do, and just everybody in the league. I know it gets dicey out here, and we got some tempers, but all in all, we got a great league with some great guys. So shout out to everybody in it. That without the racers showing up and putting on the show, it wouldn't be as fun. So shout out to all these guys.
Right on, man. Well, always a pleasure to talk to you, Vince. Congrats once again on the second place finish, and super exciting race. And we will see you. I probably asked you this before. You run the Cup Series, right?
Yes, sir. I'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, sounds good.
I'll try not to bump you. I'll try not to bump you this week.
My mind. Oh yeah, that was funny. It didn't mean anything. Have to tell you a story about something similar last night, but we'll talk about that another time. But yeah, we'll let you go celebrate this one, Vince. I'll see you in the car tomorrow night, and we'll see you back here on Royalty Racing Network next week.
All right, brother. Thanks for all you do, and we'll see you next time.
Yes, sir. Once again, folks, that was your second place finisher, the number 92 of Vince Brent. Now, time to get with our winner. He's been patiently waiting through the long interviews, and now we got him. It's time. Joining us for the first time in Season 2 is the number 9 of Warren Keith. Warren, awesome race, man. Congrats on the win. You put it together second week straight here. Finish with a podium. This time you get the checkered flag as the leader. Tell us about it, man. What was going through your mind? And you finish up 7 spots.
Yeah, just driving like a man possessed there at the end. I don't know what transpired that got us in that huge mess there, but I don't know how I saved the car. I mean, that thing was gone when we had the contact there into turn 1. So I don't know what it did to help the car. I'm kind of glad it did, because after that, I mean, the car was on rails after that. So it's kind of a weird situation where I'm kind of happy that happened, whatever it was that helped the car out. But yeah, it was on rails after that. But it was a tough night. This is a really hard track with these cars. Momentum is such a big thing here.
Yeah, it was an absolutely incredible save. We saw it live on the broadcast. We were actually looking at you and Josh Mueller, and by my take, it appeared like Josh Mueller was on the quarter panel just a little bit late. Maybe you didn't have enough time to know that or see it. And, I mean, the fact that you saved it was just amazing. And like you said, it ended up working out, so it's all good. But, Warren, you lock into the playoffs now. Second Royalty Motorsports driver to do so in consecutive weeks. Another strong run for you. Tell us now that you've locked in kind of how that changes the mindset, or if it changes the mindset for the rest of the season leading into playoffs.
Yeah, we were locked in last week. We won last week too. So it was, kind of this week was kind of just playing the game and just trying to see what we can do. I know a lot of our schedule coming up is a lot of short tracks before we get to the playoffs. So, I'm glad we got the mile and a half out of the way. We know we have a good mile and a half program, back-to-back wins at them. So we're gonna just play that game and kind of see how it goes. But now comes the meat and potatoes of the season. We got Richmond, Thompson. We're really good at the road courses at Watkins Glen, so looking forward to that. And then we have, of course, the breaks and stuff with Thanksgiving and Christmas to look forward to. So, yeah, we'll go in these next couple of weeks, just see what happens. I know a lot of good guys. Vince is really good at short tracks too. He's going to be really fun to race each week here, and just see what we can do. Rack up as many playoff points as we can with wins. 2 wins now. I'd like to get a couple more just to kind of ease my way into that first round, so I don't have to worry about Talladega in the end of that first round.
That's right. I misspoke. Matt finished second to you last week, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm all thrown off here. All the nights of racing and broadcasting, they all mix together. But yeah, either way, I misspoke at the end of the race then at this point, but 2 wins under your belt, others in good position there with the team, and a lot of people having a lot of strong performances here early in the season. So a lot of tough competition. That's why I love the SCSRA. Great competition night in, night out. Warren, before we let you go pop the champagne in victory lane for the second week in a row, who'd you like to thank or shout out tonight?
I thank everybody at Royalty Motorsports. Matt had a great run. I know he got a little tight there in Dirty Air, so hopefully he can come back next week and have a really good run. Had a really good run with Lauren. He came back, and I think he finished a pretty good spot. So good job for them guys. And then everyone at skmcars.com. Really good paint scheme tonight with the Bass Pro Shops on the car. So, looking forward to running that next week at Richmond. Richmond's going to be a fun one based on testing. If they do the gear change that I hope they're going to do, we should be running against the wall and all the way down to the yellow line at Richmond. So it's going to be a fun race, and hopefully y'all come and watch it next week.
Right on, man. Well, we'll see you back out here tomorrow night in the Next Gen Series, and we'll see you back out here in the ARCA Series next Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
Congrats on the win, man. Good job.
Thank you.
Once again, folks, that was your winner, the number 9 of Warren Keith. Second win in a row. For some reason, I had it mixed up, but I think what happened is Matt won a different league race. Matt Dickerson, I'm referring to, and was part of that as well. And get them all mixed up, man. Man, what an incredible race. We saw so many amazing saves from all different drivers. I mean, it was awesome all night long. The driving was amazing. I know there were, 4 cautions due to incident, maybe 5. But it could have been a lot more, but these guys absolutely put on a show and drove their best this evening. So really nice job there. I love calling these races every single night. Let's give one last shout out before we cut you loose here to our sponsors here at Royalty Racing Network and the SCSRA. Frye Disposal, once again, the title sponsor for the ARCA series here on Tuesday nights. They do Smith trash pickup in Smith County, Virginia. They do a weekly, and if you mention this broadcast or iRacing, they'll give you $10 off your service. Check them out at frydisposal.com or give them a call at the number on your screen. Majestic Promotional Branded Apparel, whether you run a company, government agency, a sports team, or even a virtual race team, turn every item into a statement with Majestic Promotional Branded Apparel. Comment for details or find me on Discord. We'll get you hooked up. And finally, SM Racing Products. Take your sim racing experience to the next level with custom-made button boxes, dashboards, flag lights, and more with SM Racing Products. Check them out at sm-racingproducts.com. Use promo code ROYALTY at checkout for 20% off of your purchase of $150 or more. It's a sweet deal. They're amazing products, and they're made with love. For everyone here at the SCSRA Frye Disposal ARCA Series and everyone at Royalty Racing Network, my name is Joshua King, wishing you a good rest of the week, and we'll see you back out here on Intensity Broadcasting for the Next Gen Series. And as always, back here on Royalty Racing Network next Tuesday night. Good night.